Welcome back to the LTS guys. Your host Duncan in studio. As you can see, I'm alone today. Some interesting topic actually I had for you this week because some of your fan favorites, or you could say your global numbers in terms of at least supporters, the team that rivals only Manchester United and the rest of those glorified Spaniard teams, Arsenal. Their coach is really under fire right now, and it might be time for him to go to Saudi. But yeah, two L's on the bounce, two L's coming out of two cups. Those are two titles lost at this point. Losing one to City is really a tough one because in the manner at which Arsenal lost that game, it wasn't really convincing. And it goes to that point at which we've been nitpicking on the whole season. Give them the ball. They're not really good on the ball to hurt you in any way because they don't have the players to play through anyone. As we saw in that City game, Pep just put his four-man line just right in front of Declan Rice. Let him have the ball. Let him tiki-taka it with the defenders. And yeah, Arsenal won't progress the ball because no one is really trying to drop into those lines to receive the ball on a dangerous half turn. Something is wrong with that midfield. There's a type of synergy they don't have. I think he over-relied on the defensive structure of things and didn't really give so much offensive potency to that squad because Odegaard and Eze look like the only offensive outlets for this team, but currently right now they look like they're not up to it, and it's not helping anyone. As you saw in the Southampton game, Odegaard started this game, Max Dorman on the left. You could say it was a perfect scenario for them to test out some of these big guns that don't really get enough game time. But a horror showing again. Odegaard didn't really play so well. That first goal, he was at fault trying to play a backheel pass. I don't even know what he was up to. I think he has mastered the art of trying to look busy and not really doing anything in the number that you're in, because you're bound to be very creative once you're on the ball. Guys want you to spread that ball. Guys want you to give them that calm. Guys want that composure, because keep recycling the attacks. Fine, you can try off things and they don't work, but I guess why Bruno Fernandes is excellent this season because he keeps on trying. He doesn't stop trying. He might try something and then it fails, but trust me, the next ball he gets is going to still try the same thing, and trust me, sometimes it always works off because yeah, if you don't try, you're not really going to produce anything. So shooters shoot. If you don't shoot, you're not going to score anyway. So Odegaard, I think the offensive package, Nwaneri going out on loan, I also feel like has affected this team in a balance in the 10, because Dorman is quite young, and shifting him to the 10 at this early point in his career, I think it's a type of deep water move. And I don't think Arteta has really the balls to do it because, fine, he's a tidy coach and he's a well-structured guy, but in terms of risk-taking, I feel like Arsenal hasn't been a risk-taker this season. The only offensive package has been, set pieces. You could say that Gyökeres is the highest goal-scoring forward at this point, but who else? Martinelli, not. Saka, mediocre season. Trossard, not really there. All the support crew, it's not looking good because it's reached a point where that Arsenal season where Odegaard hit 15 goals, Martinelli hit 15 goals, Saka hitting 15 as well, looks like that was their last season they actually played enough entertaining soccer to the eye, because at least your top three had 15 and above. But right now, only Gyökeres is 12 goals now, 13 in all competitions. I don't even know. But in the Premier League, I think he has 11. But I feel like that's not enough for a number one team. And given the fact that they're playing Sporting Lisbon as their next game, that puts too much pressure, because the Southampton game was the pressure relieving point, I think, because you're coming straight off the international break. Players are fresh. It's not like your players have been playing. You guys pulled out so many of your starting 11 from the international cups, so your team is fresh. But then your selection, You defeat your team by selecting a team that really fine. Arsenal guys might prove me wrong, but uh, it looked to me he didn't really favor this game in terms of at least this cup was not really high up on his priority. But it feels like a team that hasn't won any title in 6 years. Any cup at this point should really be a focus because you may end up with nothing, man. God forbid. But how about you sweep nothing across the whole board? Because Premier League, it's looking tough. You still have to play at the Etihad. If you lose that game, you're like 1 point. City is 1 point behind you, and that's too much pressure right now. You've seen the way City has been moving off Erling Haaland hat-trick off in that Liverpool game just to see off guys. You can see now they are playing to that synergy. They played you guys and they knocked you guys off the cup. So the whole ball is moving towards City. And Arteta, I feel like he failed to manage the pressure in this game. I, for one, would have started at least Zubimendi or Declan Rice in that game because me once I saw Notgard alone in the middle with Odegaard and then uh, the other midfielder in there, it didn't really look like a midfield that was going to combat. Kai Havertz, yeah, it was Kai Havertz. Fine, Kai and Odegaard are real combative and they love pressing, but it looked like Nogard was in there alone, and the pressure was really telling. So, yeah, quite a nice goal to be fair. Gabriel playing a ball through for Kai Havertz to square it for uh, Victor Gyökeres. I think well nice team goal. I think Gabby makes that goal. Without that pass from him, that has been at least something a plus to him because his ball playing skills this season have been up that high. I used to rate William Saliba ahead of him, but currently Gabby has been playing out of his socks. And yeah, I think Arsenal needed more bigger men in this point at least to drive them through. Some of those subs, I think Noni Madueke should have started the game as well. Max Dorman started, but yeah, arguably I think he might have been their best player to be fair on the game. But it shows if a 16-year-old is really having the best time of his life in your team, then something is wrong. So yeah, Arteta, the pressure boils on winning that next Champions League game against Sporting, and then the Vitality game at Bournemouth would really be crucial because any dropped points at this point before reaching that Etihad game, it's curtains for Arsenal. So let us know your thoughts in the comments. Leave a like, leave a sub if you haven't. Should Arteta really look into speaking Arabic at this point? Because man, things are not looking good, man. Things are not looking good. Yeah, but yeah, that's it for me in studio. Peace out, guys.